Hi guys, it's Stacy with Handmade by Stacy J. Today I have a tutorial for you that I am so super excited about because it's a stitch that I have never seen before that I adapted from a knit stitch. So I'm currently doing a collaboration with Kris, with Chrissy's Over the Mountain Crochet, and she is directing people to my channel to pick a stitch and she's going to design something off of it. Well, I knit and crochet. She's not a big knitter, so she's asking for a crochet stitch, but people kept mentioning that they liked this stitch, which is the Leafy lace knit stitch. However, this is knit. So I got inspired and created this. So this is the Leafy lace crochet stitch, and it uses a variety of front post and back post. And we have the chain 2 here around it, so it makes it stand out where it's kind of lacy. And I'm super, super excited about this. And in the tutorial, you'll see I'm using my trusty handy dandy Furls crochet hook, which if you are watching this in February, it's still on sale for a couple of days. They're doing a site-wide sale. I'll have the links down below in the show notes. So let's go ahead and get started. But before we do, please remember to like and subscribe as I have more tutorials coming out. And let's go ahead and get started. The stitch works in multiples of 17 plus 2 for a base chain. So I have chained 21 for this demonstration. Now to begin, we're going to work a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook, and those skipped chains will count as your first double crochet. After you do that first one, you're then going to work a double crochet in each chain across. For row 2, we're going to begin by chaining 3. Then we're going to turn. Now we're going to work 1 double crochet in the next stitch. Then we're going to do a modified front post treble in the next stitch. And a modified front post treble kind of gets rid of that gap that's behind a front post stitch that you would normally have by skipping that stitch that gets skipped. So we're going to work around this post as well as in this stitch. And the way we do it is we yarn over twice, just as you would for a treble crochet. You insert your hook from front to back around that post. And you drop a loop. Then you'll yarn over and draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. And now there's 2 loops left on your hook. Now you're going to yarn over once and work it into that stitch that you would have normally skipped. You'll insert your hook, drop a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, and then yarn over, draw through all 3. And that's how you do the modified front post treble. Now we're going to do a double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to chain 2, and we're going to skip 3. So 1, 2, 3, and in this next stitch we're going to work 3 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Now we'll chain 2. And we're going to skip 3. So 1, 2, 3. And in this stitch, we're going to work a double crochet. And then we'll do 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. Then we're going to do another modified front post treble. So we'll yarn over twice, working in this post, and we're going to work in this stitch as well. We're going to insert from front to back around that post, drop a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Not finishing that stitch, we're going to yarn over once and work in that stitch. Drop a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through all 3. And then we're going to end with 2 double crochets. So 1 in the next stitch, and then 1 in the top of the turning chain. and that's your row 2. For row 3, we're going to begin by chaining 3, and then we're going to turn. Now we're going to do a double crochet in the next stitch. Then we'll do a modified back post treble around the next stitch. So that means we're going to do a back post treble around the post that we made on the previous row, and we're also going to work in this stitch right here. So we do that by yarning over twice and insert from the back to the front around that post and draw up a loop. Yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Then we're going to yarn over once, insert into that stitch we would normally skip with a post stitch, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through all 3. Now we're going to work a double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1 double crochet and the second double crochet. Now we're going to chain 2, and we're going to skip this double crochet and this chain 2 space, and we're going to work a back post treble around the first post of that 3 double crochet cluster. So we'll yarn over twice, insert from back to front around that post, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Now around this middle post, so this one right here of that 3 double crochet cluster, we're going to work a back post treble, 1 double crochet, and a back post treble. So you'll yarn over twice, back to front around that post. You'll finish that treble crochet. Then in the post you would normally skip with a post stitch, we're going to work a double crochet. Then on that same post, we're going to do 1 more back post treble. So yarning over twice. And the way that I do it is I just simply work around the post, and it will naturally go beneath that first one. There we go. Then we're going to work a back post treble around the last post of that 3 double crochet cluster. Then we're going to chain 2. Now we're going to skip the chain 2 space and the double crochet, and we're going to work 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. Then we're going to do another modified back post treble around this post. And when you do this, make sure that you're working around the post and not going around the whole thing. So we're going to yarn over twice, back to front around just the post, drop that loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Without finishing that stitch, we'll yarn over, insert the hook into that stitch we would normally skip, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through all 3. Then we'll work a double crochet in this last double crochet, and a double crochet on top of the turning chain. And this is row 3. That's the wrong side. This is the right side. For row 4, we're going to chain 3, and then we'll turn. Now we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then we'll do a modified front post treble around the next stitch. So yarn over twice, front to back, just around the post, drop a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2, 2 loops left. Then we'll yarn over once, insert it into that stitch we would normally skip, drop a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 3. Now that we've done that, we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next stitch. Then we're going to chain 2. Now we're going to skip this double crochet and the chain 2 space, And we're going to do a front post treble around this post and this post. So the next 2 posts, we're going to do a front post treble. That's 1. And 2. Now, on this middle post right here, we're going to work a front post treble, a double crochet, and a front post treble. So yarn over twice, work that front post treble. Then you're going to work a double crochet in that stitch that you would normally skip. And then we're going to work another front post treble around that post. Then, with these 2 posts left, we'll work a front post treble around each of those. There's 1. 2. Okay, after you do that, we'll chain 2. Then we're going to skip this chain 2 space and this double crochet, and we're going to do a double crochet in the next one. Then we're going to do the modified front post treble around this post. And once we have those 2 loops, we'll yarn over once, insert it into that stitch. There we go. And then we'll do 1 double crochet in the next one, and we'll end with a double crochet in the top of the turning chain. And that's row 4. For row 5, we're going to chain 3 and then return. And we'll work 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And then we're going to do a modified back post treble around the next post and in the next stitch. So yarning over twice, back to front, drop that loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Not completing it, we'll yarn over once more and insert it into that stitch. And then after we draw through those 2, we'll yarn over, draw through all 3. Now, after you do that, we are going to do 1 double crochet in the next stitch and 1 double crochet in the chain 2 space. Then we'll chain 2. Now we're going to do a back post treble around each of the next 2 posts. So this post and this post. So we'll yarn over twice, go back to front, and work that back post treble. And then we'll do 1 more. Now, around the next 3 posts, so we have this one, and this one, we're going to work a back post treble 3 together. And the way we work that is by yarning over twice, insert back to front around that first post, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. And there's 2 loops left. Now we're going to yarn over twice and do the same around the middle post. We'll draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. 3 loops are left. Then we'll yarn over twice and do it on that 3rd post. We'll draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. And then when you have 4 loops left on your hook, yarn over, draw through all 4. Then you'll work a back post treble around each of the next 2 posts. So yarning over twice, insert back to front around that post, and just a back post treble. And we'll do it once more on the next post. Then we're going to chain 2, and we're going to work a double crochet in the chain 2 space and in the next double crochet. That's 1, and 2. Then we're going to do that modified back post treble around this post and into that stitch. So yarning over twice, back to front, drop that loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2, and there's 2 left, yarn over, insert into the stitch, drop a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 3, and then double crochet in the next stitch, and then you will end with a double crochet in the top of the turning chain. And that's row 5 on the wrong side, and this is the right side. And you can see how that little leaf is starting to take shape. For row 6, we'll chain 3 and return. Now we're going to do a double crochet in the next stitch and a modified front post treble around this post. So we'll yarn over twice, front to back, drop a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. The 2 loops on the hook, we'll yarn over once, go into that same stitch, drop a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 3. And after you do that, we're going to do a double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. That's 1, 2, and then we'll do another double crochet in this chain 2 space. Then we chain 2. Now we're going to do a front post treble around this post. So we're yarning over twice, front to back, work that front post treble. And then we're going to do a front post treble 3 together around this post, this stitch. Remember, this is 1 stitch, it is not 3 different posts, and this post. So we'll yarn over twice, front to back around that front post, or that first post, drop a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Then yarn over 2 times, front to back around that stitch of the back post treble 3 together, drop a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Yarn over twice, front to back around that next post, drop a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. When there's 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, draw through all 4. Then we're going to do a front post treble around this last post. Now chain 2, and we're going to work a double crochet in this chain 2 space and a double crochet in each of the next 2 double crochets. Then we're going to work a modified front post treble around this post right here. Then you'll work 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and you'll end it with a double crochet on top of the turning chain. And that's row 6. That's the right side, and that's the wrong side. For row 7, we'll chain 3, and then we'll turn. We'll work 1 double crochet in the next stitch and 1 modified back post treble around the next stitch, or around the next post and into the next stitch, or the same stitch, I'm sorry. So we're working that back post treble, leaving 2 stitches on the hook, and then it's modified. After we do that, we're going to do a double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches and the chain 2 space. So that's 1, 2, 3, and the chain 2 space. Then chain 2. Now around these next 3 stitches, because remember that front post treble 3 together is 1 stitch. In this post, we're going to work a back post treble 3 together. So yarn over twice, back to front, around that first post, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Yarn over 2 times, back to front, around that front post treble 3 together, drop a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. 3 loops on the hook, yarn over twice, back to front around that last post, drop a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. With 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, draw through all 4. Then chain 2. And we'll work 1 double crochet in the chain 2 space. And 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 double crochet stitches. So 1, 2, 3. Then work a modified back post treble around this post in the row below. Pull up that loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2, and then yarn over and insert the hook into that same stitch, drop a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 3. Then a double crochet in the next stitch, and we end with a double crochet in top of the turning chain. And this is how it looks in the front, and this is how it looks in the back. Now to continue growing your piece, you'll just repeat rows 2 through 7 to the desired length, and I will do another repeat so that I can show you how that looks. So I've done another repeat of the stitch, so that way you can see how it works together. And when you work that repeat, starting with that row number 2, you'll end up doing your 3 double crochets in the top of that back post treble 3 together. And then it'll just keep continuing as a leaf. I do hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and I will see you next week with more tutorials. Thanks a bunch. Happy crocheting. Bye.